Sometimes you go through life being careful, taking precaution, and always buckling your safety belt, but the worst still happens. In this case, it involves the fact that a number of crash dummies, brainchildren all of the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, rose to inexplicable stardom in the early 1990s, complete with spring-loaded, automatically dismembering action figures, crash test playsets, a half-hour special which may be the most successful PSA this side of Cartoon All-Stars to the rescue, and a spate of video games just to round out the marketing blitz. Case in point, this game saw simultaneous release on the NES and Super NES, and this is the low-rent one. So an evil junk man, outfitted with a tire gun, has abducted the two dummies that anyone actually cares about. Man, that's a pretty harsh reaction to getting left out of Mega Man 7. So as one of the marketing-produced guys with a wheel for legs, it's up to you to shed blood, sweat, and tears as you engage in your rescue mission. Fortunately, crash dummies are relatively durable. Unfortunately, since you've just got a wheel instead of some proper feet, you're stuck in one of the most intentionally broken platformers I've experienced in quite a while. And that's saying something. So you roll around collecting pylons for whatever reason, grabbing the occasional nonsensical power-up like the steering wheel of invincibility. And then you nick a hostile, physics gets thrown out the window, and you go spinning out, flying halfway back across the stage and exploding into lots of little bits. And I'm fairly certain that's not supposed to happen, unless Adam and Jamie are getting a little fresh with the C4. Alright, I can't completely hate on this thing. While the wheel-based platforming is in and of itself a recipe for disaster, you occasionally swap off with another such dummy who is actually in possession of a pair of legs. Man, that's an upgrade you never would have expected. And aside from the proclivity to blast you across the board every time a tank so much as looks at you funny, this game isn't that badly crafted. It sounds pretty decent, and there's some fun to be had trying to hit a ramp fast enough to launch yourself up to that high shelf because there's a pylon there. There, I've been complimentary, but here's the truth of the matter. Outside of a novelty, there's not much to enjoy here. It's another way to indoctrinate children, basically. Heck, you needn't look any further than the "don't be a dummy, buckle your safety belt" crawl at the bottom of the screen. I struggle to think of any other such PSA that ended up getting its own video game. Can you imagine how awful a game based on that whole "this is your brain on drugs, egg in a frying pan" spot would be? Are we gonna have Yul Brynner appearing on the stand in Phoenix Wright? Tetris with body bags outside Philip Morris HQ? The mind reels at the horribleness that could stem from this, so I'm glad we got this out of our system when we did. Though, as I say this, I realize that the dark aspect of our current media/gaming generation is that, for each of those terrible ideas, there's probably an equally horrible free Flash game somewhere in a back corner of the internet that makes manifest my darkest fears. Body bag Tetris, man. Some enterprising soul must have come up with it. I mean, you could code that in seconds anymore. At least crash test dummies are moderately entertaining. When they blow up.